If Kelvin 20-year-old self is your boyfriend today.
I'm not gay though, but
Okay, welcome back to another episode of the Backholder Pod. Today we have a really, really interesting topic. So it's a topic suggested by Eric. We have came across on social media with the title of this article saying that so sick of it, Malaysian woman fed up of her boyfriend who bought her mixed rice for her birthday. Maybe for a little bit of context, for those of you who don't know, mixed rice is actually called cai fan in Chinese, and it's basically a very affordable option, especially if somebody is on a budget. I think the prices actually range on the different dishes that you pick, and I guess the cost really varies between $3 to $6 or $7 per pax if you look at it from that point of view, and it's pretty filling as well. So considering this context that it's affordable, it's cheap, then the woman actually went on online to vent her frustration, saying that, and she wrote, though the boyfriend wasn't well to do, but he came from a rather decent background. She then turned her attention to one thing that annoyed her the most: the fact that her boyfriend would usually bring her out for mixed rice during special occasions, such as anniversaries and her birthday. So after this article is being published, I think there's a range of different responses coming from netizens. And you have some that say that the boyfriend lacked the skill in maintaining a romantic relationship, while others say that the girl should break up with their boyfriend. And there's even one that say that the boss of the mixed rice store must be happy to see the woman and her boyfriend dropping by so often. So I think before we go into the details of the discussion, right, actually we have one of us amongst the panel here that's quite famous for eating this cai fan and joking it around in his videos as well. So I think Kelvin can kind of be dubbed as the cai fan king. He does mention about this idea of eating cai fan, going down the route of that immense and incredible saving efforts, despite earning a great amount of income compared to previously. And he does joke from time to time in his income video, in his savings video as well. So I just wanted to maybe get Kelvin to first comment and opine on this, on what's your thoughts on the dynamic of this relationship, and how do you usually celebrate? Do you also eat cai fan for celebration?
I have to admit that, like, if you ask the 10-year-ago me, like maybe 20+-year-old, I might have you also suggested cai fan for birthday, but I will also like resist the urge lah. Like obviously wouldn't bring my girlfriend to eat cai fan, right? Because that'll be like you have to sleep in the living room already lah. I don't know, like you save money is one thing lah. Like saving too much money is also like too bad also lah. Especially during special occasion. And the difference between cai fan and a good meal in Singapore is only like $15+ difference lah. So a good meal is only about like $20. Obviously, you don't have to go like $50. Don't have to go and eat buffet, right? Because yeah, then the other thing is Singapore. There are so many places where you can have birthday deals. Let me just name a few. Let's say McDonald's. If you go McDonald's, spend $10. Not
You eating McDonald's for
no lah. Just saying
celebration?
like no lah. So some of the like okay, you can have a good meal. Then after that, you say, oh, let's go eat McDonald's. Second round ma. So McDonald's, you can have, after you spend $10, you can have a 20-piece McNugget box for free. Then what else? Ramen. This is what kosher Hakata ramen. You get the number of gyoza according to your age. So if you're 60 years old, you get 60 gyozas from them. Then I think there's also like Swensen. Swensen, you get free ice cream or something like that. Yeah, Beauty in the Pot. You get free slice of cake. Even if you go take plane or you go staycation, you can just tell the staff like, oh, my girlfriend is having birthday. Most of them, especially the higher class one, like Singapore Airlines, like 3, 4, 5-star hotels, will give you a cake. I've tried this a few times. So you don't have to be so niao until you eat cai fan, because there are other smarter ways to niao lah, just by going through all these deals. Yeah.
So actually, I guess Kelvin, through the years, right? So he has shown two stages of development, right? So he did admit to the fact that I think in his early 20s, he do focus on trying to cut down expenses. And maybe I think also one point to note here in terms of differences is that some people really are not foodies, meaning there's this two camps of people, right? Some people live to eat while others eat to live. So if your natural inclination is you just eat to live, regardless whether you are eating a $30 meal versus a $3 meal, it achieves the same objective or outcome. So they really just don't care about this. But I will presume that I think Calvin has shared across the various videos that he also spent quite a bit of money in areas that he enjoy, which is maybe in gaming in the earlier years, or finding hacks and stuff. So he enjoys this kind of things. That's why he's willing to spend more there. Maybe on food wise, he's not really bothered about it. So maybe I'll just get Eric to comment on what do you think of this? And also maybe you come from a girl's point of view. If now you can empathize her position, do you think she should break up, or what she should do with this? If Kelvin, 20-year-old self, is your boyfriend today.
I'm not gay though, but I would say for girls, right, some of them may feel that it is really a bit too much. Like there was another article about the diamond ring thing, right? Like the girl found out that the guy gave her a diamond ring for proposal, like $2,000 only. So she was looking something like $20,000 ring. So she feel that it's not sincere. And I think I did ask you guys before, right? Like, what do you guys think about it? Should he have bought the 20K proposal ring, assuming that he's quite well off, quite well to do, right? He's not those very poor chap, so he's quite well to do. Should he show his sincerity by getting a 20K diamond ring, as opposed to like just saving up the money because he doesn't see any pragmatic reason why you should get the diamond ring? So is the Cai Fan thing is like kind of similar. Like the girl sees that it's a significant event, so you should like show your sincerity a little bit, right? Like just bring me to okay restaurant, got aircon. I think I realized that aircon is quite a big deal for girls. It's quite a big deal. Like don't talk about normal everyday thing, but birthday or anniversary or whatnot, right? Try not to bring them to like hawker where they will sweat, and when they sweat, they feel like very dirty, like very smelly. Then they're like, ah, and they hate that about themselves. I think they don't like to get all dirty and smelly, especially on the like important date. That's what I understand from them. So at least bring them to aircon place. I'm not sure about McDonald's. I haven't tried it before, but if I do try it, I will ask for some prayers.
Obviously, it's a second round lah. Don't bring for the first
The
round
main
lah.
thing, don't bring to McDonald's. Yeah. Actually, I shared with y'all. I actually did bring my wife to a fine dining place before. Don't know whether y'all can remember. About 2-3 years ago, I brought her to this one Michelin star restaurant. Like it was sort of like a fusion kind of restaurant. And then the food was very atas, no, really atas one, like small little, small little tidbits of food. And then we ate one mouth and no more already. So after the end of the meal, right? Then my wife said, "Hey, thanks for bringing me to such a nice restaurant, but I'm still hungry." Then we went back, and then we really literally cook instant noodle. We just eat instant because it's not filling at all. It's like
Yeah.
so the food was so tiny, the amount.
Usually it's a French restaurant, right?
I
So
think French fusion.
the
Yeah,
real food is very little, but
yes,
good thing
very
is they supply you with enough bread now.
no have also. So the restaurant that we went to also never give us fresh bread, and it's not free flow, and there's like 3 tiny pieces. So that's my gripe. Like we go to those like very atas restaurant, like I don't know, like we clearly are not the very atas people. The most atas restaurant we go, right, is like I don't know, Ding Tai Fung, those kind of, like those to us is like, yeah, decent food, aircon, considered restaurant. They charge us service charge. Wife is okay. Yeah.
So to the point, will you break up if
Will I break up?
yeah?
Obviously,
If
I
now you're a
won't.
couple.
I won't if I'm. But I'm thinking like a guy. For if I'm a girl, I might. I might because it just shows me that he doesn't really care about anything. Like he just want to like save money at all expense. Yeah. So if he doesn't really care about how I feel, then that might be not such a good thing. I mean, it's not so much the food. Is like he doesn't care about how I feel, and then I think for the girls that's quite a big thing. Bunty agree, or not?
Wow, this one, Eric, have to be lah, 100% agree lah. Because for girl, I will agree that the Cai Fan, right, it's not really about the food lah. It's about the overall environment. It's about like whether you make her feel like she is, you know, you treat her well. So it's not about the food, because I used to like share, right? I think Cai Fan, right, especially among us Chinese, right, it's like very hard to beat already. The food, those really good Cai Fan, the food is really nice. If you just want to get yourself full, regardless of the price also, I think it's a good deal. But still, right, we all, like, especially during special occasion, we want to feel like, wow, today is different. Because every day you eat Cai Fan already, like, then on your birthday you eat Cai Fan again, wow. It's like, then it's the same as normal day, right? So there's no celebrations anymore. You don't get the special feel, right? So definitely it's not just girls. Anyone who want to feel like today is different, they want to, like have something that's different. So let's try something new. It could be like what Kelvin also shared, right? Like you go to restaurant, of course you pay, like, let's say $20 extra per person. Then we're talking about, like, let's say $40 extra, right? You still get something that's a lot better, right? So that one definitely is money well spent. Worth spending that money. The diamond one, I think I need to clarify. The diamond one, I think the $2,000 and the $20,000, I think the main difference is not the size. The $20,000 is the natural diamond. The 2,000, which is also shared in the article, right, is that it is a lab-grown diamond. So lab-grown diamond, I think even with $2,000, you don't count the band, I just count the diamond alone, right? The stone, 2,000, you can get quite a decent size. So I knew it because I just like research a bit on this area, and I know that if you want to have something like a diamond that looks very nice on your girlfriend's hand, right? Definitely go for the lab grown diamond, because first thing is that it is, in terms of their properties, they are the same, and then it looks a lot bigger, because for natural diamonds it's very, very costly once you get to something like, let's say, close to 1 carat or above. But for lab grown one, yes, 2000, 2005, you can get very, very nice already. So I think that one is a good purchase there, but don't know why. Maybe I think the lady saw the price tag. She just, not happy with the money spent, instead of like not happy with the diamond. Looks very nice. Yeah.
Chiking, I know for Cai Fan, you obviously won't bring your girlfriend to eat Cai Fan during birthday because you are also a foodie. But I'm more interested in your diamond ring selection when your proposal. Are you going to buy like a lab grown $1,000, $2,000 diamond? Or are you going to buy like near 10K kind of diamond?
Actually, right, I have a few things to clarify before I go to Kelvin's question. Sorry. For Bunti, right, I think it makes sense because if you really think of it from let's pull it up more higher level. Actually, money is just a store of energy. If you get what, meaning, let's say your monthly. I presume that the girl with that diamond 2,000 versus 20,000, she knows that, let's say, her boyfriend is earning $5,000 a month. I'm just guessing, right? So $2,000 means that you use 2 weeks of your salary to propose to me. So this is your level of sincerity, 2 weeks, versus 20,000, which is 4 months of your salary, and that's your level of sincerity. So I think the benchmark here is all relative, right? Relative to your income power, relative to your circumstances. And today, if you buy a 1,000, and even he buy a $20,000 ring, right? I think the girl might still be a bit not very happy because she don't feel like this is very sincere. So that's my point of view when I think of it from when you are doing this comparison. It's not necessarily the absolute price, but I don't know which evil company out there manufactured this whole idea of the ring, right, needs to be 3 or 4 times of the man's income, monthly income. I think this is completely a marketing and a capitalism thing. That's why they try to jack up the prices. And then diamond ring, as you guys know, it's completely depreciated after the purchase. Meaning you don't even need to use the ring, you buy already immediately depreciate. It's worse than car or what, because cars got mileage and whatever of worse than the phone because you have the mileage. So that's why I also have I think it sets the context of my own personal understanding and vendetta against the whole diamond ring industry. So that's one. I think the second point I think I wanted to make also is like when Kelvin is talking about the foodie thing, right? Actually, no, I'm not a foodie. I'm the eat to live camp. That's on if I'm on my own, meaning I'm okay perfectly to everyday eat the same thing. And in fact, I do naturally rotate the few dishes that I eat every time. So it's either chicken rice, cai fan. Sometimes I eat a bit more atas, which is tan now, this scrambled egg thing. But they're all within the comfortable range of like $4 to $7 max. That's if I'm on my own. But I think my partner is a bit of a foodie, so every time she's the one that does the research, and I just tag along and try out. So that's why sometimes internally in our group chat, we'll share good places that I think is nice. It's 100% a contribution. It's not my contribution, meaning I'm not that excited about that. But that's just the differences in personality. Lah. So the third point, I think, just to go back to what Kelvin is talking about this whole lab grown thing. I don't know. I think this really depends on the personality of the both of you and the dynamics of the relationship, right? I do think that you need to kind of seek a consensus amongst what's important and what's not important. Because I feel like if the consideration is that you are going into something, hopefully a happy marriage, right? You want the marriage to last. It's a wrong foot to start when you buy something that you think is you thought is sincere enough, and then the girl thinks that, ayo, why you buy so cheap? That there should be some understanding here that what is expected lah. So I also don't really care whether is it lab grown or real diamond or what's that. But really, if you analyze it from a very economical perspective, right? If let's say 20K, let's assume that the common salary median is 5K, so you want 4x the income, right? At least if I'm the girl, let's say my partner want to propose to me, I'll tell him, meaning I'm the girl, yeah, I will tell him that you go and buy a $2,000 ring, the $80,000 you can pay now me. I think I'll be more happy that way than to force the guy to buy a 20,000 real diamond, just because I want to see sincerity. I think the consensus is important here because, like I said, I have a personal gripe with this whole idea, because I do know of friends that say that this number must hit a certain number, then they're happy. And the number is because derived based on monthly salary, which I think is completely stupid, this whole idea. I don't know who created this idea, but yeah, that's just my own personal opinion.
Yeah, this like how many months salary of diamond ring, right? I heard about it quite some time ago. Probably it was like 10 years ago. And the good part is that the first time I heard about it, it should be, this is shared by my friends. So they say Hong Kong, because that time I think I was working in Hong Kong. And then they say that, oh, standard 3 months salary. The first time I heard, I was like crazy, this kind of amount. And back then, right, like 10 years ago, my salary was like still, like the close to fresh grad level, very low. Still, I think three months is still crazy amount. So I was like, okay, luckily when I heard it, I already bought mine. So already proposed, done already. So cannot change. I think I was lucky to escape that. If I follow the 3 months rule, I really make myself stupid. So that's one thing. I think the other thing I want to share, right, is that you have this kind of rules like 3 months, 4 months, whatever it is, right? This kind of rules is stuck, in people's head. But what has changed, right, is actually, when we talk about the lab grown diamonds, right? The price actually came down a lot. Okay, let's later I'll put in the share screen on the screen, right? Is that if we go back to 8 years ago, right, natural diamonds, right, in US dollar for 1 carat is about 6,500, and then lab grown one is actually just slightly below. It's like $1 or $2,000 below. But right now, the price has came down for the lab grown one, right? It's already came down from, let's call it like 5,500 to about $1,300. So I think this is something to do with innovations, because of all the techniques, all the manufacturing innovations, and they are able to bring down the price of diamond. And I think that's also why, because there are things that you can manufacture, right? So even for the existing diamonds, whether it's natural or not out there, right, it can't keep the value, because these things is not natural. You can actually lab grown it, right? So if you think of like, okay, I still need the 3 months lah, okay, let's say salary 5,000, 3 months 15,000. When you spend $15,000, let's say if you spend on a lab grown one, right, it will be so big, maybe 3 carats, and everyone look at your diamond must be thinking this one confirm fake diamond. It is better to spend like a reasonable amount. Let's call it like between 2,000 to 3,000, and then you get something that is very decent size and then looks nice. Physical property still the same as the natural diamond. I think the more important one is it looks nice, that you get value out of it, rather than, oh, I must spend this kind of money. Don't make yourself do that kind of stupid things now, because you want to propose, you want to set up family. There are so many things that you can spend money on. I think even if you spend money on renovation, still a lot better than a useless stone. So that's what I feel. I'm a bit biased on this, but I don't think the money spent on like 20K spent on diamond ring, I think that's really unwise.
I think actually, right, if I can jump in, this is a age-old debate between the different psyche or psychology amongst male versus female. I'm not trying to box people up or to put a tag, right? But I think in Chinese, this debate, there's one called is the 实用主义 or 实用派, basically the pragmatism, practicality versus the whole, what's that called? the 仪式感, basically the ceremonial, the need to feel validated and to feel sincere. I think this two, I might not define it very properly, but I think generally it should be there. I think guys think more, they want to be more pragmatic, practical. They want the money to be well spent and to be spent effectively. So they don't really care about, I mean, then on the other hand, I think girls, they are more 仪式感, meaning they want to feel that you are romantic. They want to go through this process together. And that's why you need to meet in between. You can't say that because everything must be practical. Like then you might as well just buy a $200 ring lah. 算了, because anyway it's just gonna wear on your finger. What? Whether the diamond is bigger or smaller doesn't matter. But I think back to the point is that number one, you need to meet in the middle, and number two, you need to how do I put it? I think the important factor is the relationship dynamic is different for everybody. So that's why you need to know what each of your think is important. And for those that you can let go, it's like negotiation, right? Anything that you can let go, you try to let go, and then you try to gain grounds in other places that you think is important to yourself. I think it's natural for anybody, any relationship, not only between BGR, which is boy girl, it's also probably between you and your parents, you and your co-workers, you and your bosses. I think this is just a natural way of life, and two different POV from two different genders, conventionally speaking lah. So that's just my own perspective from this.
I'll just end this quick topic with one phrase. Spend more doesn't mean you are romantic. Okay. It's different. Romantic and spend more, two different things. Okay, nothing more to add.
Okay, I think that ends off the discussion. Eric and Kavi, anything else?
I should say one for the ladies, right? If you don't spend, confirm not romantic.
That one confirm.
Kelvin?
Yeah, both of them sum up together. Basically, don't not spend money and don't spend too much money. So that's all.
I think it's called balance. With that, we'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.
Bye.